Okay, so I don't really like talking in front of the camera, so if I stutter, I'm looking elsewhere. That's just how I talk. I'm new, sorry. But today I wanted to record and talk about my personal HBCU dance line tryout or audition experience. I auditioned for the Alabama State Stingettes in 2016. That was the year I graduated high school. So we can get into some things. I'm gonna start with my personal dance background. Everything that I know dance-wise is self-taught, basically. I taught myself everything. Of course, I did have some mentors along the way, because I was involved in like different dance teams. So like I danced for a college, my local college dance team when I was like way younger, thanks to my cousin. I also had joined a community dance team. That was just a thing for us to do because my town isn't small, but it's not that big. So we didn't have a lot of places to go if you were a black little girl that just liked to dance. And yeah, so I've had some mentors along the way. I've picked up some things from other dancers or people older than me and etc. But for the most part, the way that I dance is self-taught. So high school, we're getting close to, honestly, no, I want to say sophomore year is when I started to think about where I wanted to go. And I knew I wanted to go to college because I knew I wanted to get away. And so that was my escape route right there, it was college. But going a little bit back into my dance background, dancing for the teens were cool. It was cool, but I always knew that something was different. Like, I knew that I danced different. I knew that the moves that were given, they came easy to me, but it wasn't like like it felt like it wasn't me. And I always got kind of called out, or I always kind of stood out for dancing a little bit different, going a little bit over the top, being a little bit more sensual. Mind you, I'm still young, I'm still in high school, I'm still sophomore, freshman, whatever the case may be. So sensual, man. But I ended up coming across the Stingettes, and the Stingettes wasn't the first HBCU dance line that I actually saw. I think it was the Southern Dolls. The Southern Dolls was the first HBCU dance line that I found, and I thought I loved them until I saw the Stingettes, and then it just stuck with me. I'm like, nah, that's it. And I really want to say this was before Stingettes became technical, or really technical, because the Southern Dolls had always been more technical out of the HBCU lines. So the Stingettes kind of felt more like me at the time. I felt like I can do that. And they just stuck with me. And the videos, even to this day, that I still go back and want to watch all the time, I think it's like 09, 07, one of those. But Ashley was the captain, and she was the first captain that made me want to, like, yeah, I want to do that. So that's just what it was. Stingettes became my inspiration. I just picked up on their stands, and that's all. The stands, they are with me. Like, when I think of slow songs, I instantly go to a Stingette song. And even with I made up stands, of course, myself, but they don't stick like Stingette stands stick to me. So college, of course, I'm applying to Alabama State. That's where I want to go. I want to audition, I want to do it. So that's what I did. Let me see. I think it is 12. I'm not sure how long of a drive it is from Illinois, which is where I'm from, to Alabama, but it was pretty long. And of course we had to drive because I had stuff. And the history, not the history, but the story behind that is my mom, I think it was like short notice or something, but my mom had to work so she couldn't come. So my godmom ended up taking me. And we drove my grandmother's car. I don't know why all of this seems so last minute. I don't know what happened for everything to be last minute like that, but that's what happened. And they didn't have, I think it was too late for me to like sign up to live in a dorm or whatever the case may be. So I ended up having to get an apartment. This is my first apartment. Okay, so fresh out of high school, I gotta find me an apartment. And mind you, we'll get into that later. So yes, I had to find me an apartment, and I had to do it all through the computer over the phone. And I found one, and when we got there, it wasn't it. So I had to find me another one. And that one was actually good. It was great. The landlord was great. So boom, that's where me and my godmom had to stay. It was in my apartment, which was cheaper. No, I guess it wasn't cheaper because technically, you know, you gotta pay for the apartment. That's like $800 or something like that. So it would have been cheaper for us to stay at a hotel, but of course, me in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm staying because I'm gonna make the team, so I'm gonna be here. I might as well get my apartment now. Well, okay, so yeah. I cannot actually remember day by day of everything that happened. Stuff becomes a blur to me after it's like a year or two old, not gonna lie. But what I can remember is the environment. It was just, it was a lot of girls. I was nervous. I'm self-doubting myself. I'm self-doubting my body. I have these roles, right, that I've been having for a minute. They just won't go away. And me looking at videos and pictures of stingers, you know that their body is it. Like, they don't have role problems. So I already self-doubted myself about that, and that caused me to not eat. I tried to drink water, but I wasn't a big water drinker. I'm still not a big water drinker, which is, I don't advise it. It's not good for you. But it caused me to not eat. I tried to eat like fruits and stuff, but I wasn't really eating as I should have been. And that was one of the first things they told us to do when we got there. They were like, y'all need to eat, y'all need to rest, y'all need to stretch, y'all need to... No, I didn't eat. Me being unwise, thinking that my rolls and my weight was going to disappear in a matter of 2 days from not eating. Okay. And that brings me to my other point. I didn't prepare myself well enough for this audition. I went into it, I'm gonna be honest, I went into it stupidly. I definitely focused on the wrong things. I was being lazy. I didn't eat healthy beforehand. I didn't stretch beforehand. I didn't do anything that I was supposed to do. So the result of this audition was all on me completely. The entire experience was all on me completely. So that's just a little advice for anybody wanting to be a part of the HBCU dance line. Definitely prepare. And one motto that I've learned from experience I'm not gonna talk about is I forgot it. Just prepare. Okay? If you don't prepare for things, it's gonna be pissy. Now, Um, so one of the days, I want to say this was day 2, either day 2 or day 3. I don't even remember how many days it was. Blur, I told you. Either way, it was close to the last day, and she just kept having us go over the routine over again. We just kept going over and over again, and me not eating, I'm like, all right, I'm starting to lose it. I'm finna pass out. I'm finna faint, whatever the case may be. And they can see it. Like, it was a lady there. I don't even know what her position was, but it was a lady there, and she could see that I was getting a little woozy. So she tried to call me to the side, and as I was trying to walk to her to go chill out, baby, I got kind of cussed out a little bit from the coordinator, Bridget. She was like, I didn't dismiss you. And I was like, well, baby, I'm about to faint. What do you want me to do? You want me to sit here and die and pass out on the floor? Or you want me to go get some water and eat some fruit? Like, but yeah. So, and then I remember one of my inspirations, I think it was Chelsea, she had came to me, she was like, it's hard, isn't it? And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm thinking in my head like, no, it's not hard. I just felt myself in my body. Like, this is not hard for me. Dance comes natural to me. When it's something that I want, I'm gonna try to get it. And repeating the routine over and over again don't do nothing to me. I'm used to stuff like that. It's just, I felt my body that day, that week, that month, I felt my body. So no, it's not hard. I just chose the wrong decision. I didn't make the right decisions. Oh, that stuff like that gets to me when people think they know what it is and it ain't. But that's no disrespect to Chelsea, because I love Chelsea, period. So the day of tryout, they give you a number, you go in sections. We had to wait, and I think it's like the dressing room or whatever, it's an auditorium. We had to wear all black. We had to wear shoes that I didn't have. She wanted us to wear black dance shoes. Well, I have tan, and I had to borrow somebody's shoes. And unfortunately for me, they were the Heely kinds, and I've never worn those before, and I didn't like them. But I had to dance in them. So I had to wear all black. I had to take my nail polish off. I had just got my nails done for this trip. They were so cute. I had got a French tip and everything, but I had to take my nail polish off. And I can't even tell you the exact emotion that I felt getting ready to go on. Of course, nerves. I'm nervous before any performance, but I tried, and I remember landing it, and I tried to have high spirits about it, but I just knew it wasn't it. Like, I knew I could have done so much better, but I also beat myself up after every performance. So that's just me, but like, I just knew it wasn't it. And yeah, let's just say they lined us up. They called out the numbers that were moving on to the next round. My number did not get called. It got skipped right over. And I was like, I just drove down here for nothing. I did all of this for nothing. But I was just ready to go. I was ready to go. And of course, I knew my auntie and my godmom, my mom was going to be asking about it. I just didn't want to talk about it. And when I got back to the apartment, oh, that's what I forgot. There was actually an event coming up that I was kind of leading. It's called, I'm not even gonna say that. We have a local event in my hometown, and it was coming up, and I was going to dance for it before I decided to go to college and try out for this team. So I didn't make it. I'm like, well, I want to go back and dance. And that's what I did. I didn't take all my stuff because I kept trying to convince myself and my parents that I was coming back. So I didn't take everything, left it there. and I went back home and danced, and I just really did not want to go back. If I wasn't dancing for that dance team, I didn't want to be at that school. That audition not getting chosen kind of hurt me in ways that I didn't think it would, but it prepared me for so much other things. Like, when I tell you I was scarred, like I couldn't even look at the Stingettes for a long time. I couldn't look at HBCU dance teams for a long time. I just couldn't. It really actually hurt me. And again, I think it was me being pissed at myself, because I did that to myself. Baby. But I just didn't go back. The only time that I went back was to get the rest of my stuff, and I think that was like months later. It was definitely an experience. It was definitely a needed experience, and like the advice I gave earlier, definitely prepare. You have to prepare. You have to go in with some knowledge. Don't go in trying to be something that you're not. And just be you. If it was meant for you, it would happen for you. Fortunately, God had better plans for me. And that's the biggest picture. When something doesn't go the way you thought it was gonna go, don't sit and feel bad for yourself. Always remember that there's something bigger for you. Because I didn't know that. I didn't know what was going to happen when I came back home. I didn't know where I was going to be today. I didn't think about for a chance. All I knew was my feelings was hurt, and I can't believe that I didn't make it. But everything happens for a reason. I know we get tired of saying or hearing that, but it's honestly the truth. I don't believe in coincidences, and I don't believe that everything happens for a reason. So that was my Stingette audition experience. For anybody that's wanting to audition, I recommend it. I just recommend it with knowledge and proper preparation. I really recommend that. Good luck, have fun, love yourself, love your talent, be grateful for your talent, and smile.